Hello, budgeting fam. Welcome to Stick to the Budget. Today we are going to be doing a budget with me for paycheck number 1 of April. We got paid April 13th. So this is actually like a couple of days after. So we're gonna actually write this out and see where we land for this paycheck. The next time we get paid is April 27th because we're bi-weekly paid. And that most of that money will be going into the what's after April? May budget, but we'll deal with that bridge when we cross it. So let us get started. We are going to be working with a little over $2,600. This is coming from myself and my partner's paycheck, and we do remove a little bit of money out for some other savings things that don't affect this. So other than that, these are my real figures, and we'll finally be able to put a little bit of money to sinking funds. So I actually didn't do my last video because I feel like I always have a reason. It doesn't matter. The point is I didn't do it. And in that last budget, of course I did my personal budget. I just didn't film it. And I didn't have any money for sinking funds, like none at all. Like we had overspent the pay before that. And so because of that, I typically put some money aside for my mortgage out of each check. And so because of that, the last paycheck, I think it was like the last week of February. February, March, the last week of March. And so we had to pay the bulk of our mortgage from the March paycheck, and we just didn't have a lot of money left over for other things. Of course, we could pay our bills. We always make enough to pay our bills. We just didn't have a lot of like spending money. So for variable expenses. And so beyond that, I didn't have any money for sinking funds. So I actually have money for sinking funds this go around. And I'm very excited about that. So let us go through this and see how I'm breaking down our money. Let me zoom you guys in. And then I'm just going to try to be mindful that you guys can actually see. Both the kiddos are home with me today, so if they end up making some noise, I'll apologize in advance. Santana actually wasn't feeling very well last night, but she like woke up like yelling for me and her dad, and she was crying. She couldn't explain why she wanted us. She was saying how she was scared of the dark, and she was in the dark upstairs, but she could have just turned on the lights. I'm not really sure why that was. And then this morning, kind of the same thing happened. She had woke up kind of crying, but couldn't explain why. And then I got her dressed, brushed her teeth, had breakfast in front of her, and next thing you know, she's been throwing up. So she was throwing up all morning. Long story long, I kept her home from school. And then, of course, Asher, who is only 4, is not in school. So they're both home with me. So again, if you hear any noise from them, I'll apologize in advance. All right, so starting off with our internet, our home internet, that's going to be $97.43. Best Buy, my Best Buy credit card. So this is part of my debt snowball. And I've been putting a little bit here and there extra money. And so after this payment, I should only owe like under $20. Like I probably could just pay it all off, but because I'm really kind of being strict in my debt snowball, I will likely just go ahead and pay $29. Like, let's just say it's $20 next month. The balance is $20 after this. Then next month, I will probably put the 20 to the balance, and that other $9 will go to my next debt, which I keep saying I'm gonna bring my other budget book from last year down so I can figure out what the next debt snowball item is. I want to say the next highest balance after this is going to be the Amex. So I'm not paying any interest on my Amex because I tend to make more payments than the balance that is due. And so they end up not charging me any interest, but I want to get the balance off of that card. So I think the Amex is next. Anyways, T-Mobile, so that is his phone. It's $93. His finally went down from like $112. He finally paid his phone off. Sewer is $62.50. This is something that I actually want to make a sinking fund for, but I hadn't. When we closed on our house in August, this was not something we knew we needed to transfer into our name. And so when the previous owner let our realtor know that they were getting the bill, they sent it to us. And so I finally got in contact with the city. In December, they didn't send me a new bill. So it wasn't until like the end of February that I got a new bill. And by then it was prorated and it was like $130. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we are in April and it's due again. So again, long story long, I'm hoping that I'll just start saving the $20 per month or $10 per paycheck. And that come So that'll be like July. I'll have the money already set to the side. Anywho, line of credit, $73. After the Amex, the line of credit is going to be the next thing that I want to pay off. And let's see, gym. I go to Planet Fitness. I have a black card for zero reason because I don't go to any other location, and I also don't go to this one that much, but that's okay. State Farm. We actually just got our renewal for the next 6 months. I don't think it's going to change any though. I was hoping it would go down, but it doesn't. I don't think it is. All right, water bill for the house, $44.77. That actually went up a little bit from last month. My phone bill, which is Sprint, is going to be $85. I also paid off my phone. So that was previously like $110 or something like that. I think it was 110 exactly, like in some change. And so I paid off my phone and I changed the type of plan I had. I had a grandfathered in like Sprint account and I changed it to a T-Mobile Max or whatever account. I don't know. Plan, and it was only like $5 more for the plan, and I got a few more perks, so that's that. Car loan, $340.36. I think he said there were close to or almost under $10,000 on his car, which I'm very excited about. That's low on the totem pole as far as paying off debt and our debt snowball. Daycare this go around was $210. The kids went with my in-laws, so we didn't have to pay that much. And then subscriptions was just a mashup of a few different things. I think this go around is Cooper's Hawk Wine Club, Instant Ink, a few things like that, a few minor things like that. Let's add it up. All right, so $97.43. But I hope everybody's doing well. We are doing pretty good over here, I have to say. I did apply for a personal loan through my bank, so this will make my second personal loan with my bank. I did that because I've mentioned before how my partner and I took on some intentional debt. We opened up a credit card when we closed on this house so that we could buy things for the house. And the interest, it's a rewards card and the interest rate is just entirely too high. So I took out a personal loan to pay off the credit card. And so I'll have that as a line item instead of that credit card. And all right, so we got $12.53. I'm just grateful that my credit is good enough that I could get a personal loan. A personal loan typically is unsecured debt. I think my Chase credit card rate is like 20. It's something crazy. It's like 27, 29%, something like that. Usually rewards cards have a higher rate like that. So the goal is that in order for you to reap the benefits of the rewards is that you have to pay it off, pay it off in full each month. And I wasn't doing that. And, I would get my bill where the minimum payment would be $180, but the interest was $150 of it, or something like real ridiculous like that. So, and you know how like on your credit card statement, it'll be like, oh, if you only pay the minimum, you'll pay it off in X amount of years. Well, my statement said if I only paid the minimum, I would pay it off in 17 years, you guys. And obviously I'm doing a debt snowball, so it probably wouldn't take me that long, but just that figure alone, I can't justify it. I can't do it. And so I said, let me go. I had kind of been hemming and hawing and thinking about it. And I went ahead and got the personal loan. And so the loan is for 5 years. And literally my minimum payment is the same as the credit card. So over time, I'll be saving a lot of money on interest. Okay, anyways, so moving over here to variable expenses. So variable expenses are, like our everyday purchasing. Oh, side note, you guys, I don't have a glass of wine like I've had in the past, but I do have this press. I don't know, I don't want to tip it over, but press alcohol seltzer. So it's kind of like White Claw. I think this is like bougie White Claw. Because you see that the flavor is grapefruit cardamom. And I had one that was like hibiscus chai or whatever, like it was some fancy. I like these though because on Weight Watchers is only like 3 to 5 points depending on the flavor. All right, so for gas, I'm going to set our budget at $225. Oh, I'll come back to that. Groceries, we're going to do $425. That's been what we've been working with. Household is $100 because I have some paper products and things I need to get. Eating out is going to be $120. I had a $20 overspend from the previous check, so I want to cover it with this. And then lunch is going to be, oh, spending. We're going to do the change here. So this is going to be $258.40. Well, you will see when I subtract this from this that 40 is left over, 40 cents is left over. And lunch is going to be $43. And lunch is actually for Santana's lunch. So in this modern times, apparently you don't give your children cash anymore to go, pay for at the school, even in kindergarten. So we have to load her account with money. I was previously doing pack lunches. She probably did pack lunches for the first 3 to 4 months of school, and she told me that she wanted to start eating lunch at school, like getting lunch from school, because she was tired of the cold pack lunch. And I can't lie, excuse me, I was getting a little bit lazy with the lunches, so she was tired of seeing them sandwiches every day. And so I started loading money onto her card so that she can, or her account, or however it works, so that she can purchase lunch at school. And that's worked out really well for us. And that's, one less thing for me to do in the morning. All right, so let us add this up, and then we'll go back to the top so we can get our figure for sinking funds. So 225 plus 425. All right, so it's going to be $1171.40. All right, and then let's go back to the top. I kind of neglected. So our paycheck amount is $2618.45 minus our fixed expenses, or our bill money, is going to be, let's see, minus $1253.05, leaving us with $1365.40. All right. Oh, Lordy. Butterfingers. All right. And then we'll take that $1365.40 minus our variable expenses, or all of our spending. And that leaves us with $194, which means we have $194 for sinking funds. So we will put that here. 194, and then 194 minus 194 is going to be 0. And so I do my budget as a zero-based budget. So that means that I've assigned a job for all of my dollars out of my paycheck to do. And let's go ahead and flip over and work out what we are putting where for. I hate turning it to the side, but I am left-handed. All right, so vacay is going to get its normal 25. Birthday is going to get 20. I did miss, again, I missed last paycheck's cash stuffing. So these numbers are just ever so slightly higher than what I normally would do. Self-care is going to get 10. Family fun is going to get 10. Car maintenance will do 5 because he just got an oil change. I need to get one, so I actually need to put more money in this, but I ain't got it, so we're not going to worry about it. Santana and Asher each get 10. And then we'll do 10 to the Mister's envelope, 15 to our home. Subscriptions are going to get 10. And I actually was thinking about changing subscriptions to annual fees. I think I might remove this envelope and then do an annual fee one, because it's really for, I want to say for my credit card annual fee. So that Chase card that I pay off, I actually am going to start using that for our primary purchases, and then just pay it off each month. So that has an annual fee, I think, of $95, and then Amazon Prime, and then my PlayStation Plus subscription. So it is a subscription, but it is actually an annual subscription. So I'm thinking that I might switch the verbiage so that it makes a little bit more sense for me. Christmas, we're going to do $29. In the cash stuffing video, I'll show you guys which weeks that's supposed to cover. And then for car insurance, we'll do 10, and back to school, we'll do 10. All right, let's add this up to make sure it's correct. I hope you guys can still see this. Let me back out just a hair. All right, so 25, 20. I'm so excited to be able to get to stuff. I've cleared out a few envelopes, and it just makes me feel bad that there's that I wasn't able to put anything on last pay. 10, 29. And I actually have a little bit of cash left over from my personal loan, and it's just been sitting in my account. I'm debating if I want to use it to pay most of the line of credit off. I mean, so really that's just going to equal kind of being a balance transfer in and of itself. Or since I've already borrowed the money, I was going to spend it anyway. Like, should I just, put some into my my envelopes, I'm sure there are things that we have been saving for or wanting to get and we just haven't gotten it yet. I don't have a lot of money left over, but that's also kind of my reason for like, what's the point of applying it somewhere else when there are things that we need? And the interest rate for what it is not terrible. So, I mean, I was going to owe the money regardless. So we'll see. Okay, so real quick, let's do a denomination breakdown. I can't see what you guys can see, so forgive me. All right, I'm just going to back it out one more time. Something like that. Okay. And so I'm just going to break down each of the envelopes for what I'm going to put in them. And then I will make my little, I have an old one here, my little cash breakdown sheet. This is obviously not this one because it's for $167. But that's what I'll take to my bank when I go to withdraw, and they'll know what denominations to give me. I do love this feature of the budget book from Elevated Life Co. Looks like we got 3. Tanner, are you okay? Oh, sorry if that was loud, you guys. She sounded like she was coughing, or I was hoping she's laying on the couch upstairs, and I just was hoping she wasn't upstairs like throwing up. She knows how to get to the toilet, but you never know, you know? All right, so for 20s, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 20s totaling $80. For 10s, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 5s for a total of 20. And then 4 singles for a total of 4. And then adding them up across. 80 plus 90 is 170. 170 plus 20 is 190. And 190 plus 4 is 194. So we are square there. I'm going to go fill this slip out and go to the bank and get my monies. And I will see you all in the cash stuffing. Thank you so much for watching. Please like. I would love it if you subscribe. And that's that. I will see you all in the next video. And if I don't see you in the cash stuffing, I'll see you for paycheck number 2 of April. Bye.